Hi burners, now let's talk about supplementation for muscle gain basics. Now, I've been in the industry for over 15 years and there are 3 core products that everyone needs when they're starting to make the most of their training when they're looking to build muscle gain for males and typically muscle tone for females. And these 3 are right here. We have a protein, we have glutamine and creatine, and I just want to spend a bit of time explaining why they're essential and everyone should be using them when they start their muscle gain or muscle tone journey. So we start with protein. We've actually got here a collagen protein no whey. The reason we've chosen a collagen protein is that its bioefficacy is the highest, which means it actually elicits a response in the body for the most amount of muscle recovery and muscle gain. Now this product no whey is actually 92% protein, which is great. And the reason we need protein post-training is because the body goes into this recovery mode where it's trying to repair the damage caused from training, and it needs protein to actually repair. If we repair, it means the body gets protein and actually lays it over the little tears that we make during our training session, and that's called recovery. And if we can do that over and over again and recover, we actually lay more protein on top and we grow. That's why protein is essential. It is the building blocks of our muscle tissue. Now, if we talk about the body as a house, these are the bricks. Next, we need the man to build the house, and that is glutamine. So glutamine is an amino acid, and it's the most abundant amino acid in the human body. It's responsible for regenerating gut lining, for building our immune system, and is also great for brain health, but the reason we take it is it's the amino acid that helps to lay down the bricks on the house to make a bigger, better house. And so what happens is when you've caused those micro tears from the gym, glutamine is the amino acid responsible for laying that protein over the top of those tears. Now what you'll notice when you take glutamine is you don't have pain the next day. And if you don't have pain the next day, you've recovered effectively, and over time you will grow. And that's why it's essential to have with a protein powder. Now I was chatting to an actual doctor who was studying glutamine. It was his aim to actually disprove the amino acid. After 6 months of intensive study on glutamine, he came to me in one of my shops and said, glutamine is now my favorite amino acid. It is so important for muscle recovery. You need to have it in a protein powder, but everyone training should be having it, and he started having it himself. Finally, we have creatine. Now, I'm sure if you've been training for a little while, or maybe if you haven't started and you're just about to start, you've probably heard of creatine. It's the most tried and tested supplement in the world and proven to work. And a long story short, creatine gives you more strength and power. Getting a little bit more sciencey, there's a molecule in our muscle called adenosine triphosphate, but we'll shorten it to ATP. When we're doing heavy to medium muscle contractions in the gym, ATP breaks and releases energy and allows us to make that movement. So what we're doing, when we put creatine into our system, we're getting more strength because we've got more ATP, so we can push out a slightly heavier weight and we can put more reps on the end of our sets. Now, the first 8 reps of our sets typically do nothing. It's the last 2 reps that push us to that hard point that the body goes, wow, that was too hard. I don't like that. I need to put on more muscle for next time. And if we can take those last 2 reps to 3 and 4 reps with creatine, we're in essence doubling the reps that are creating that environment for muscle recovery, and therefore we get an environment of more hypertrophy, which is that slight muscle tear. Therefore the body has to repair more, therefore we grow. So you can see why this is a perfect trio stack to include in your training when you start to make the most of your training sessions. We're pushing heavier and past that point of failure, so we're getting more hypertrophy. We're putting the building blocks in and we're laying them down. So whenever someone came to me and said, Paul, give me the basics, it was always these 3 with an honourable mention to a pre-workout. Now, this product is designed to get you pushing harder and heavier at the gym with more focus and drive. And if we can do that and get a better gym session in, we can of course create an environment for more muscle growth. Now, we won't get bogged down in too much of the ingredients because we can be here all day with a pre-workout, but Just to make it basic, the ingredients in C4 are designed to do a few things. So the first thing is to open up your blood vessels. If our pipes in our body are bigger, we're getting more nutrients, more glucose to our muscles, as well as more waste removal at the same time. A perfect environment to train in. Next, they've got ingredients to strip lactic acid so you don't get that burn, so you can actually push more reps on the end of your set, as well as help with explosive power at the same time. And then finally, we put some caffeine and other stimulants in there to actually activate the adrenal glands to pump out more adrenaline, noradrenaline and epinephrine. And this will actually give us focus and drive to actually push heavier and harder throughout the session. So be aware it does contain caffeine if you are stimulant sensitive, but if you're fine with caffeine, typically a pre-workout goes a long way to creating a better training environment for you to make the most of this strength and recovery 3-product matrix that makes the perfect stack. So if you do have any questions about the perfect muscle basics recovery stack, please just put a comment in the comment section to this video, give us a call in store, or just hit us up in our live chat and one of our friendly team will answer any of the questions you have about this or anything else that you might have seen out there. Thanks for watching, burners. I hope you got something out of that. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.